Hi, I'm Ems, aka on Dark and Wings. In this video, I will be taking a look at the Jucoci painting handle. This retails for around about £14 online. I'm not sponsored by Jucoci, this is something I got myself. However, if you think this is something you might want, or you want to check out, I'll put my Amazon affiliate link in the description below. I do get some kickback if you click on the link and if you buy through it. Jucoci are a company who make quite a lot of different hobby supplies, from carry cases to wet pallets. You probably haven't heard of them as much before because they don't have a social media presence or influencer presence. So, all that waffle aside, here is the actual handle in the box. So it comes in this small box, and you get all the pieces, so this is the handle itself. So the handle is robust and it has a grip on it. This metal piece goes around the handle and you have to assemble it somewhat. It's basically to put your hand against and brace it so you've got more stability when painting. You also get screw-on tops. You get 5 of these, which is cool. I know in most companies you don't get that many. Inside you get some sticky tack type of stuff like blue tack, because this is how you stick the models on. We also have the additional parts which will go onto our metal rod. And there are these magnets as well inside, with some sticky tape on the back which you remove. And I'm assuming that you stick these to the underside of the screw-on handle parts. So here is the handle all assembled. I really like the way this looks, and it's quite robust. I like the way it feels in my hand. This doesn't actually come with instructions, however there is a picture diagram on the Amazon page which describes how you put it together, but it's not too difficult, except for this metal rod part, which was just physically hard to put on. Mainly for that little metal part at the bottom that you can see. You're supposed to twist and squeeze it around these, and it was quite hard to do. You need to apply pressure to the 2 prongs, so you might need to get some sort of pliers or tool to apply pressure, but not too much that you break it, and then try and twist that metal thing around it. So I personally think this is similar looking to the Redgrass Games one, and I was originally going to get one of these until I saw the Jucoci one and the additional features to it. So now I'm just going to chat through the differences and the things I think might be better on this one. Starting off with the less obvious features, so the handle is bigger, and the grip on it does remind me of like an Xbox controller. This will probably come down to personal preference, honestly, and if you want something smaller, maybe the Redgrass Games one will be better for you. Another difference from the Redgrass Games is that the lids don't screw on, they're magnetic. This is a cool feature because your model stays on securely, but at the same time you can easily pop it off with your fingers, if that makes sense. So it will stay on, but you can easily just pop it off and switch it over to another one. It also comes with 5 of these lids, whereas the Redgrass Games one, it only comes with the one in the packet, and then you have to buy additional ones or buy a more expensive version. You can buy additional lids for the Jucoci ones as well, and they're quite inexpensive. Also in a similar way to the Redgrass Games ones, it turns round and it also sticks on with sticky tack. Now moving on to the most obvious difference, which is the metal rod that you brace your hands against. Personally, I really like this. It's nice to have that control and stability, and then you can spin your model round as well at the same time. I'm not sure how practical this will be if you get a really big model that won't fit around it, but I don't tend to use handles when it comes to bigger models. One last difference I noticed as well, so the Redgrass Games one comes with like an additional big magnet, so it'd be like this but bigger, and then you would be able to put that down onto your desk and put this down securely. Obviously you could just get a piece of metal and put that down yourself, or a magnet. The Redgrass Games ones are actually a similar price, and I prefer the Jucoci one personally. Again, it's down to personal preference. And next up I wanted to compare it to the Citadel one from Games Workshop. These retail for around about £7, and these are very popular. They are a little bit flimsy in my opinion, but the best thing about them is obviously you can clip the model inside. However, you're limited on the size of model which you can use. Whereas compared to this one, it's a lot more robust. You obviously have that additional metal rod. You can switch out the model which you're using. But even though it's just the bleed type of stuff holding the model down, it is very secure in my opinion. And then you also have the bigger Games Workshop one, which is £14. I do like the top feature on this for putting cavalry and bigger miniatures on, but it's very impractical. It falls over way too easily. I just wanted to talk about a couple more points as well. So firstly, Jucoci has a couple of different painting handles. You have this 2-in-1 version, which is about £21, and this splits apart, so if you want to extend it or have it a bit smaller. And you could also use these as 2 separate painting handles if you wanted to, and it's wooden. Personally, I don't think this one is much better. And next up you have the extended version, which is around about £28, and this one fits in larger models and is again made of wood. Again, I think this is down to personal preference. I still think the plastic one is just as good. There are absolutely loads of different painting handles out there at the moment. And I couldn't compare all of them to the Jucoci one, which I've got. Although I did want to talk about the Rathcore painting handles. These are like the Rolls Royces of painting handles. They come in a 90, 70 and 50mm size. And these aren't cheap, you're looking at around about £30. And then there's the cost of the additional lids and parts. Granted, it does look very cool. It's sturdy and it's magnetised. And also, there is a bit in the centre which you can take out if you want to put your miniatures in like the Games Workshop ones. It has that metal bracing for your hands, and it also, like I said, goes up to 90mm for bigger models. Also, with these parts being made out of cork, it allows you to put things in sub-assembly, so if you were going to pin a model, you could stick it into this. This handle seems very practical, and there are a lot of features to it, and it looks very good, but like I said, it's expensive, and it's not like you couldn't do a lot of these features yourself anyway. But I would still like to get one of these in the future and do a review on it. So what are my overall thoughts with the Jucoci one? Well, for the £14, I think you get quite a lot with this. It's nicely made, it's sturdy, it has that additional bracing for your hands, and you can change out the lids, which come with 5 of them. I know you can just make your own, and it's down to personal taste, but I think this is a game changer for me. I find it nice to hold. I like the bracing thing on it, even though it's a pain in the bum to put together, and it's cool that I can change out my models. I put my affiliate link to Amazon in the description below if you think this is something you might want to get. As always, thank you for watching. Remember to enjoy your hobbies for yourself, respect that people enjoy them in their own ways, and at the end of the day, they're just war dollies. I'll see you in the next one.